Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
Hello out there in Radio Land. This is Hank Hill, Assistant Manager, Strickland Propane. Come on down to Strickland where you can get a great deal on the new Char King 320 propane grill. We have other propane grills and propane accessories for your grilling needs. So come on down. Mention this ad for an extra 5% off of your next propane tank fill-up. That's Strickland Propane, Arlen, Texas. Have a great day.
Bwaaa! Bwaaa trash fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas. The trailer park is nice and dark, deep in the heart of Texas. That drinks his brew and he spits his chew, deep in the heart of Texas. The TV blares but no one cares, deep in the heart of Texas. Here we go!
Hey there, welcome to Bwaaa, a King of the Hill Rewatch podcast. I am Mike.
And I'm Rusty.
Rusty, we are on a Friday. It's a Friday episode. Extra special Friday episode. Extra, read all about it.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
Welcome to Friday's edition of That Ain't Right.
So, this week, we decided to venture a little further into Arlen and the surrounding counties.
Yeah, we're selected some businesses. We're going to go back and forth with some of the businesses that we've chosen. I picked 6 and Mike picked 6.
I did.
And some of them are based upon just, having a funny name or an ironic name or whatever. So
we just want to talk about the fictional businesses that are part of Arlen, part of King of the Hill.
And then
universe.
how we would envision them.
Yeah. So you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Let's do it. So these are in no particular order, right?
No particular order.
Arlen Video.
Okay.
I picked Arlen Video first. Arlen Video is a video rental store in Arlen. Hey, what do you know?
Yeah, what do you know?
The store offers a wide selection of videos of all genres, including adult films. The store was featured in Hank's Dirty Laundry after a non-return video was reported to a credit agency that severely damaged Hank Hill's credit score. The store seems to be of lower quality than Red Carpet Video, another video rental store in Arlen.
Okay.
I don't guess I knew there were 2.
I didn't know there were 2 either.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know there were 2 of those. That's different for me. That's new knowledge.
So for our listeners, the reason I picked this is I used to own 3 little video stores.
Okay.
Like VHS DVD stores.
Yeah.
I bought these stores when VHS was on its way out. And I believe
that left you with a big ass mess, I'm sure.
Okay, so the video stores with the VHS, yes, there was a lot of VHS left over.
Oh, I can imagine so.
So it used to be that you would buy these video cassettes from your distributor. They would ship them all into you, and you would buy, let's say, I'm going to use a very old movie. Let's say Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Yeah, okay.
I would buy 20 copies of it, though, right?
Yeah.
Because 20 people could rent it out at the same time. And I don't know if anybody that listens to this is old enough to remember how video stores worked, but they would have a limited number of copies, and you'd have to be like the first one there to get it, or you'd have to check the return pile, which people would just stand next to the return pile to see if their favorite movie got returned. Anyway, you'd buy 20 of them. You could rent 20 at a time, and then as they came back, you would get rid of them. So the problem was when a movie became not so popular, when you didn't need 20 copies of it.
Then you end up with a stack of 20 of them, and you got to figure out how to liquidate them. Yeah.
So what I would do is I would have tent sales, and this is a thing I picked up from, and I know it sounds simplistic, but it's a thing I picked up from a lady I worked for in Austin.
Okay.
Because I worked at a chain of video stores in Austin there. She would have these ginormous tent sales at each one of her locations, and it was a great way to get rid of
to purge all the
inventory
that you didn't need. Yeah, okay, I got you.
The only problem was those things are heavy.
Oh, VHS tapes?
You start putting a bunch of them together.
They're extremely heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. I have a massive collection, as we've discussed before off mic, of VHS tapes. So I know exactly how heavy they could be. I have multiple totes filled with VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And
what kind of totes do you use?
Big Rubbermaid, like the big 50-gallon, like you put the chemicals in it and throw a body in it, kind of size, like huge ones.
My favorite totes were the ones that like Dr. Pepper or Coke would provide to you that they brought their bottles in.
Yeah.
Those were perfect to hold VHS tapes. Straight up and down, they would hold them. And you could get a bunch of them in at a time, and they stacked real nice.
Oh, they stack nice.
You know,
yeah, that's the thing.
Stacking
is how well
is the
does
issue.
it stack? Yeah, see, so the Rubbermaids stack pretty good. That's why I go with them.
Yeah.
They're pretty sturdy how they're built too.
Welcome to our organizational podcast.
The other, I use banker boxes too.
I can
a
see
ton
that.
of them in banker boxes,
Yeah.
but those ones that are in banker boxes are getting transferred to Rubbermaid totes just for simplicity and storage.
Well, because the banker boxes are paper, right? They're cardboard.
Yeah, they're cardboard. And what I do is I'm gonna. It's a really undertaking, but I'm trying to break them down by genre and then put them by genre into boxes.
Oh my
so
goodness.
comedy in one box, drama in the other box.
I get it.
Misc. That's the one. That's my favorite box. Is all the miscellaneous stuff that I do have. So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to anyway.
So again, Arlen Video, that's our first fictional business in Arlen.
Arlen Video, and actually,
and again, didn't know there was red carpet.
Do some cleanup on Arlen Video.
Please do.
Arlen Video was featured in the episode called Hank's Dirty Laundry, which we've just recently discussed in season 2, where Hank goes to the video store, goes to settle his credit with the video store.
Well, he goes to buy.
He goes to buy a dishwasher first.
A
clothes washer.
Yeah.
He goes to buy the clothes washer first, and then is denied due to his credit issue. He
With the
goes
frowny
to correct
face.
it. Yeah, with the frowny face. Oh yeah, on the readout.
The little frowny face. Yeah.
And so that's where you see this store, Arlen Video.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what episode the competition is, but the competition is red carpet video, like you said.
Oh, is it?
But red carpet video is more like Arlen Video is like the mom and pop feel. And then red carpet is like the blockbuster or the Hollywood video type.
My stores were definitely the Arlen Video type.
Yeah, but I'm sure they were.
Yeah, they were fine.
They were on par with.
They were fine.
A commercial.
What I would do is wait for other video stores to go out of business and then buy stuff from them.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Our shelves, and then I bought a bunch of neon for like nothing. Right.
I need to get the names of your video stores because my video collection that I have, I bought from an older lady in Axtell.
Yeah.
And it's literally filled with rental boxes from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Literally all over our
I'm
area.
sure, man.
And it's from stores.
I'm sure
I've
you
never
got some of
heard
my
of.
tapes. Yeah, I'm sure.
So
you
I'm
got
sure
some
there's
of my
got to be
tapes.
one or two in there. I gotta dig harder and look.
All right. So what is your first?
So my first one
business?
that I picked was the Agora Theater. So
Agora.
I thought it was funny because agoraphobia is a fear of going outside.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was a funny title. I'm pretty sure there's probably some tongue-in-cheek that goes with that. I don't know. It doesn't say anything here, but I think there's also a sheep called an Agora. I don't know. Or
Angora.
Angora. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So in the episode that this appears in is Hank Fixes Everything. There's a episode about the episode is called Hank Fixes Everything. Lucky, Luann, and Bobby go to the theater to purchase tickets for Brownsville Station after hearing on the radio that they were doing a reunion tour. So it's some band.
Oh yeah,
That's a later episode. That's way further than we are personally in the podcast. And then there was another one called The Passion of Dotrieve, where Bill is on a date with a woman named Karen.
Yeah.
And they go and see a film. It's a horror movie called He's in the House. So I thought that was pretty funny too. He's in the house.
Yeah.
And they're noticed by members of the church in this. So they're kissing and all that, premarital sex and all that stuff. So they're like making out.
Premarital tongue.
The people in the church, kind of scoff at them.
Can you imagine kissing Bill?
Could I imagine? I could, but will I? Probably not, Mike. I'm probably going to save that one.
Would you, should you kind of thing,
for someone
right?
else. Yeah, I'll save that for someone else. But yeah, so that was my first one.
That's cool.
And again, I chose it because I thought the name
Agora
was kind of funny, tongue-in-cheek kind of thing.
It is funny, yeah. Second one of mine is Nine Rivers Country Club.
Nine Rivers Country Club. The Laotian Country Club.
Is a country club in Arlen with almost exclusively all Asian members. It was founded by Mr. Tran, a Vietnamese immigrant hot sauce tycoon. I love that. Ted Wasanasong is a high-ranking member of the Khan Sufanusaphone, has long coveted to become a member. Mr. Ho is chairman of the membership committee. The club's name appears to be an homage to the Nine Bridges golf course in Jeju Island, South Korea. I did not know that.
I didn't
know it was like a callback. So Nine Rivers, to me, feels very it's exclusive, but in a way that you don't want to be exclusive. Right?
Yeah.
Because they try to bring Hank in as their white token member.
Well, they had to have a certain amount of diversity. I think in that episode, they talked about how they had to have a certain amount of diversity for something. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But he had to meet certain diversity requirements. So Hank was the guy that he picked.
And that's why they wouldn't let Khan join, because they already had enough Asians. They needed
that was literally
diversity.
They needed diversity.
A white guy.
And that's the only reason why they even let Khan come in, was so they could use Khan to bring Hank in. Yeah, I remember that episode. Matter of fact.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten to that one yet, but it is a good episode though. I like the ones that feature Khan.
I do too. I like the episodes that feature what you would consider the B list, like all of the John Rencourt episodes and stuff like that. Yeah. I like all those too, especially the one where they're fighting for the interstate highway, that particular little chunk of highway they fight over.
Oh yeah.
I like that episode a lot.
All right, what's your next one?
My next one is Abracapasta.
Abracapasta.
Yeah, so this is where it's called Sleight of Hank is the name of the episode that it's in. And it's the episode where Dale throws a surprise birthday party for Nancy. And so it's a magic-themed Italian pasta restaurant. And
I would 1,000% go to that place.
I don't really remember this episode too well that was in, but I thought it was funny.
If you had a magic-themed restaurant, I would 1,000% go to that.
Oh, if you had a magic-themed restaurant, I would gladly let you pay for me to eat with you at that magic-themed restaurant.
You ever been to the Magic Time Machine?
No, I've never been to that. What is that?
That is a restaurant, and it is a weird theme. Like every table is a different theme almost.
Okay.
So like I remember going there and sitting in a mushroom, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or you would sit in a hidden bookshelf or something like that, right? They had all these different places. And I'm sure
they still exist?
I don't know if Magic Time Machine is still open or not.
It doesn't sound like a place that exists.
There was one in San Antonio. There was one, I believe, in Dallas at one point. Anyway, we had 2 or 3 of them here in the state, but I have no idea if they still exist or not. I know that their waiters and waitresses had to dress up. Like some of them would look like fairies and some of them would look like wizards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let's look and see. This is just for my own morbid curiosity.
Yeah, no, I want to know too. Find out for everybody. We're all curious. I think everybody's on the edge of their seat.
Everybody is on the edge of their seat. They open at 5:00 today, so they are still around.
Wow, that sounds great. Where are they at?
This one is on Beltline Road in Dallas.
Oh, so that's the closest one to us then?
That is the closest one to us.
I might have to make that a trip.
It says Enjoy a night of fine. Oh, wait a minute. It says enjoy a night of fine food, laughter, costume characters from fantasy and folklore, whimsical settings, and fun for the whole family.
Oh, there you go.
It always says fun for the whole family. You know.
It is, but is it always fun for the whole family?
Look at this website. It looks like 1990.
That website looks like fun
1994.
for the whole family. Yeah, that website is
Very nice.
But
look,
who's their marketing guy?
The lady on the front. See, she's a pirate.
She's a pirate,
And she's like a
got guns.
waiter. Yeah.
No, that's crazy. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
They're also using the SpongeBob font on there.
Oh yeah, they are. That is a SpongeBob font.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
I don't think so.
Can you?
Oh, you can eat in a car.
You can trademark a font.
Look at their salad bar. It's a car.
Oh wow.
You see what I'm saying? Any
Yeah,
kind of
that's
magic
wacky.
theme, whatever.
Yeah, that's
And
wacky. I like that.
And then you're also thinking about like what's the medieval times?
Many times
You know,
wacky.
all of those things.
Oh, I read a lot of books in school one time and got a free trip to medieval times with the school.
Oh, really?
And I got to sit next to a teacher who we found out later on in life that I'm actually related to his wife. So
Oh, wonderful.
it was kind of cool.
The thing about these kind of places is that the food is almost secondary. You know,
Oh, the food is always
the food
secondary
is
in a lot
never
of those type of
really
places.
great.
Yeah, there was something similar to that. Well, you talk about pirates. It was when I was in England. I was in Blackpool, which is
Yeah.
like a seaside town, and it's I don't know, it's real gimmicky, kind of stuff.
Sure.
But there was a pirate themed kids restaurant arcade type thing, and gambling's legal there.
Okay.
So they have like gambling machines all in this area. I mean, it's for adults only, but
Yeah.
it was just it was like adult gambling on one side and like pizza and fun on the other.
If you looked at this website and you saw it said fun for the whole family, what would you expect to find on the menu? Like, give me just an example of one thing you think you would find on the menu.
Pizza, cheeseburgers,
Sure.
chicken fingers.
Would you expect the Roman orgy to be on the menu?
That's
one of the-
what is that though? What does that consist
It's
of?
the Roman orgy for 4 or more people, a conglomerate,
Oh, a conglomerate. Okay.
a conglomerate roast fest with huge portions of fork tender brisket, herbs, smoked chicken, fresh
I wish they would have
fruits,
used different verbiage.
and other fare. It is limited, and all of this for a mere $19.99 a person.
I really wish they would have used different verbiage though.
They do, but they've got prime rib, top sirloin. They got ribs. They have Adam's rib, which is just a prime rib.
Adam's rib.
Yeah, these people are all over the place.
Wow.
Anyway, this is not the restaurant we saw in Arlen, but it took us down that rabbit trail.
It took us somewhere.
All right, my next one also is a restaurant.
Well, I mean, that's what the Friday episode's all
Yeah,
about, isn't
absolutely.
it? At the end of the day.
My third one is also a restaurant. Actually, I'm looking at this, and I've got 2 more restaurants on here, but
Okay.
this one is a real place in Arlen and in the world. This is Dairy Queen.
Oh yeah, Dairy Queen.
Dairy
a
Queen.
Texas staple.
Dairy Queen is a chain of fast food restaurants. They sell ice cream and other fast food. There's a location in Arlen and Wichita Falls. So apparently they talk about Dairy Queen being in Wichita Falls also.
Yeah, Wichita Falls, which is does that kind of give you like an idea of the distance?
It does. It does. Do you have memories from Dairy Queen?
Like
Well, I'm just saying like
childhood memories of
Yeah.
eating at Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Was Dairy Queen a thing for you?
Yeah, in a way, in a sense, yeah. I mean, so what I liked most about Dairy Queen, so my favorite thing for Dairy Queen was a dipped cone. So
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
The chocolate
is
dip cone?
You stop to get the ice cream.
Yeah.
Generally, the parades that we participated in were down Bellmead Drive.
Yeah.
And they all serve. They got the Dairy Queen that's like right there. Well, at the end.
Oh, by the Sonic.
Yeah, by the Sonic. So at the end of the parade,
If anybody visits Bellmead, go to the Dairy Queen by the Sonic.
please don't. Actually, I'm not sure that it's. I'm not sure that you would want to
It may
anymore.
not even be a Dairy Queen
It's
anymore.
seen better times. So it's still
Yeah.
a Dairy Queen.
Is
It
it?
still exists as a Dairy Queen. I just couldn't. There's just some things in the world you can't
Yeah.
recommend.
Sure.
I do recommend Dairy Queen though. Great food overall. I actually like their food, but I really like their ice cream. Is
Their
what
food
I like.
is not bad
The
at
dilly
all.
bar is like that. That's peak Dairy Queen for me. Is the dilly bar.
The only thing about Dairy Queen that I've always thought was weird is they have a sandwich called the Dude.
Oh, the dude. You're
which is
talking
a
about the chicken fried steak sandwich.
Yeah, it's very good. I like it.
I like it. I mean,
But
as good
there's-
as any other fried restaurant,
There's
food.
something about telling somebody I want a hot dude in my mouth, though. It just,
Dude.
Anyway, the Dairy Queen was a bicycle ride away from my house when I was a kid.
Okay.
So Dairy Queen was a big deal for us.
Yeah.
We got the chocolate-covered frozen bananas that they served.
Yeah, I remember those.
They had the dip cones. They had the dilly bars. They had the ice cream sandwiches.
The ice cream sandwiches are good.
I checked out a Dairy Queen about the time that the Blizzards got real famous.
Okay, so that wasn't always a thing. Then that was a new age.
Yeah, Blizzards are probably late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah, that was that was when I guess everybody was doing like McFlurries.
Yeah,
and that was about the time all that was kicking off.
It was
right?
before McFlurries. Yeah.
Oh, even before.
Mm-hmm. I
Wow.
feel like McDonald's always copies other places.
Well, yeah, probably so. I remember
Apple.
I remember watching the that McDonald's documentary or whatever that they had or whatever you want to call it, and they were talking about how a lot of his ideas he had picked up from other parts and put it all together.
You can't blame him,
No, you really can't. He's a
Now,
Richard and
one of the things that was cool about Dairy Queen to me is they had a great little dining area. This is the one that I would ride to on my bicycle. So it was nice to ride up there when it was real hot. Then you'd go in there.
Where would that Dairy Queen have been for me to like? Because in relation, like geographically,
it is. You go down Robinson Road towards
Dairy
Robinson.
Queen, the old Dairy Queen out that way.
Used to be a Dairy Queen, not all the way in Robinson.
Yeah,
this is the one.
you talk about like
between the Circle and Robinson.
Yeah, like the New Road area.
It's about right there.
Yeah, where I think the one that
right
was
across
is
from the liquor store.
The drive-through liquor store, I think, is where the Dairy Queen used to be.
No, there's a pharmacy where the Dairy Queen used to be.
That's what it is. It's a drive-through pharmacy.
It's a drive-through pharmacy.
You know that drive-through pharmacy also used to be a drive-through liquor store.
Was it?
Yeah, it
Where?
was right there by New Road. It was. It had to have been. I don't know. I had to have been about 18 or 19.
Well, the drive-through
I used to
liquor,
cash my checks there.
The drive-through liquor store is right across the street from
Is it?
It's across New Road. So you've got the drive-through liquor store.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
For any of you who want to visit Waco and Robinson area,
and you need a drive-through liquor store,
come on.
It's over there by the pharmacy.
Come off the Circle, right off Valley Mills Drive, and come down New Robinson Road. And you'll see the
drive-through liquor joint.
He took his big sign down and he replaced it with like a big wooden bottle. It looks terrible.
Have you ever seen Trailer Park Boys?
I have.
Did you know that Randy is coming to town?
Really?
The cheeseburger guy. So he's throwing a cheeseburger party.
Party.
It's like $20 for a ticket. You get a cheeseburger involved in it, and then he does his stand-up routine or whatever it is.
Where is this going to be?
It's going to be at True Love.
Oh, really?
We need to try to get tickets to it.
Oh my goodness!
Soon, like I think it's pretty soon. It's like the end of the month.
This is a free advertisement for Randy, the cheeseburger guy at True Love in Waco, Texas.
You should see his. He did an ad or whatever just for like Waco. It's kind of funny.
All right, what's your next one?
The next one for me is this one's kind of funny. It is Mr. Lee's Moxibustion Clinic.
Moxibustion,
and this episode appears. This business appears in the episode Hank's Unmentionable Problem, the one where he suffers from constipation. So this is where he gets.
Is this the cupping?
Yeah,
is that what they do?
The cupping kind of stuff, or like the burning.
They do cupping,
burning
they do
sage or whatever it is on his back.
They put the needles in you and burn them, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
is that what moxibustion is?
Yeah, that's what moxibustion is. Well, I had a viewer, a listener. Sorry, we don't have viewers. We have listeners. So one of our listeners had called me out on Twitter and said that I was wrong. On last week's episode, saying that Hank had kicked someone's ass before.
Oh no!
Well, I'm sorry to the viewer. And as hard as it is to tell, listener, and hard as it is to tell you that you're wrong, I watched this episode just to be able to know that that you were wrong. So it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Hank did say he wanted to kick someone's ass, but he never did. Hank says he's going to kick someone's ass a lot of times, but he only ever kicked someone's ass once, and that was when they put Bobby's life in danger. So moxibustion
is a form of therapy that entails the burning of mugwort leaves. This is a small spongy herb that is believed to enhance healing with acupuncture. So the leaves are burnt close to the skin surface using a stick to apply heat. The practice is derived from Chinese medicine. They say that it is good for pain due to injury or arthritis, especially in cold patterns where the pain naturally feels better with application of heat, digestive problems, and irregular elimination.
Okay.
So that's why Hank went and had it done. Irregular elimination.
Regular
I like that
elimination.
better than,
Yeah,
than I'm
elimination
stopped up.
sounds gross.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take this chance to take a small commercial break, and we will be right back. Hey there, we're back. I am on to this would be my fourth business in the King of the Hill universe.
Yep, your fourth business.
My fourth one is H. Dumpty's. H. Dumpty's is a children's plus-size clothing store. It is owned by Hal Dumpty.
Before we continue, I actually am wrong. I just looked up. I don't remember this part of this.
I like
scene,
this ongoing thing.
But Hank, there's a scene where he's laying on the table and he puts all the stuff on him. It's on fire, and Hank gets up and he puts one foot in his ass. He kicks his ass. No, he kicked him one time in the ass.
Yeah.
The only time he
That
actually
counts, though.
kicks. Well, it doesn't count because in the trivia, in the trivia, the way I see it, like the particular piece of trivia I gave is Hank whooping someone's ass.
Yeah.
If I just kick you in the butt one time, that's not kicking your ass. That's just giving you a boot in the rear one time.
I guess you're right.
Like Jimmy Witchard, he was chasing him down
he
the
was
alley,
kicking his ass,
kicking
yeah.
the shit out of him.
Yeah, he was kicking
This
him
guy,
hard.
he just walks up to him and literally, if you look at the deal, it looks
Puts
like he
one
just
foot in his butt.
presses his foot against his ass. It looks weird, but all right. I just wanted to. I'm wrong.
Well, thank you.
Know, I like
Yeah.
to correct myself if I am
Well,
wrong.
I think that you're both
I said
right.
so candidly.
I think you're both right.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's how this ends up. You're both right. So H. Dumpty's.
Yeah, H. Dumpty's.
H. Dumpty's is where we had
Big and tall store.
Bobby finally get some notice. He was put on the runway, and Hank stopped it.
Yep. Hank did not like that at all.
He did not. He didn't want him to be
Hank
a model.
did not want him
No.
to do modeling at all.
No.
Which,
My favorite part is the H. Dumpty's ads that Bobby was in, you know, with the kind
they
of...
were kind of weird. Like some of the
kinda laying
photography
on a-
taking were kind of...
It's like he was laying on a bearskin rug, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, I don't think that I would...
Dog pulling his pants down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I would care if my kid was doing,
Yeah.
modeling for something or something like that. I don't even care if it was a big and tall store, but some
Sure.
of those pictures just seemed a little for kids.
They're
what I mean?
a little too risque for children.
A little too.
I guess the Morton Salt girl, though, you know, that's been around forever.
Yeah, but that was the Morton Salt girl is immortalized at a time where it was okay for that advertisement to exist in that space. You don't see Morton Salt advertised anymore at all.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Well, I don't think you
in
ever
that
see the
sense.
girl. Is it Morton Salt? Isn't that right? Wasn't that the one
no,
that the dog
it
was
wasn't
smoking?
Morton Salt.
Oh, no, it was the
SPF,
suntan stuff.
Yeah, suntan lotion.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Morton Salt girl's the girl with the umbrella.
Please call me out on it. I was wrong. All right, what's your next one, Rusty?
My next one is the Harmonaholics, which is actually, I don't know.
Monoholics?
Yeah, the Harmonaholic, like harmony,
Oh,
Harmonaholics.
Harmonaholics.
Like they're
Is that a place?
addicted to harmonies. Well, it's a all male choir group, so it was in the list of businesses on the
Gotcha.
page. So I guess
Maybe they're
it's,
an LLC.
It's loosely, yeah, maybe they're LLC. So it's loose. Loosely a business, but
Sure.
there's an episode called "It Ain't Over Until the Fat Neighbor Sings."
Yeah,
and
Bill's
that's where
in
Bill,
that, right?
Yeah, Bill becomes a member of the group.
He becomes part of that cult, basically. It's kind of like a little cult where they expect you to work all the time, and it takes him away from the army and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and he goes AWOL or whatever
Yeah.
to go do all this stuff. Yeah,
To be part of the Harmonaholics.
the Harmonaholics.
Harmonaholics. I need a shirt that says Harmonaholics.
Yeah, and then the image on the website where we got all this information from, it's got Bill
Oh, yeah.
in a
Yeah.
sequin pink,
Yeah, with a big
big
big fro.
permed out, picked out fro. Yeah.
All right, my next one, also a restaurant, Goober Smooches.
Goober Smooches.
Goober Smooches is a restaurant located in Arlen. It's a parody of Fuddruckers, as the restaurant design is similar to Fuddruckers and also specializes in burgers. Strickland Propane is a supplier of the restaurant.
Okay.
There's only a few restaurants that are ever mentioned.
What does Goober Smooches remind you of, though? Because I know we've been inside Goober Smooches on a show before on the episode. Maybe not.
I never really thought Fuddruckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never thought Fuddruckers either.
Are Fuddruckers still nationwide? Is that a thing?
I think they're franchises now.
Yeah. Do you like Fuddruckers?
I like burgers.
Yeah.
I like a piece of bread and anything in between.
But their burgers are a little different.
I think so.
Where you have to build them yourself.
Well, yeah, I know Goober Smooches is supposed to be reminiscent of Fuddruckers, but I don't know that it feels that way to me.
It's a great name, though. Goober Smooches.
Yeah. So
Goober Smooches, Sugarfoots.
One of the ideas for this particular episode and other episodes we do like this comes from the Adult Swim ad bumpers. I know you remember some of the Adult Swim ad bumpers, so well, you might. I don't know if you do. I don't know how much Adult Swim you watched, but what they did is so they would have King of the Hill businesses, and they would do advertisements for them for the bumpers.
I don't guess I've ever seen those.
I have to see if I can find some videos of them. But there was one for Goober Smooches, and one of the taglines is, "It may not sound like a family place, but it is." And that was the tag on the
really
commercial.
great.
So that was pretty good, yeah.
That's better than the Magic Time Machine telling you it is a family place and then selling you a Roman orgy.
Yeah. And also in one of the episodes, Hank states that the buffet is a death trap. Because
I can see that.
A propane leak, potential for a propane leak or something.
Well,
so.
Buffets are a death trap to begin with.
Well, in a different sense than propane.
Are you a big fan of buffets?
As a kid, when I didn't understand how gross the potential of it could be, oh man, I loved buffets.
Yeah.
If I knew we were going to a buffet, I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we were poor, so if we were going to a buffet, I knew that the $9 or $10 they spent, I could get as much as I wanted.
You can get as much as you want. You know, there's usually ice cream at the end.
Usually ice cream. And,
I mean,
and it's not just ice cream, it's unlimited ice cream with unlimited fixings.
And you're getting like foods that you wouldn't normally get too.
Potentially.
Like, especially if you go to...
My brother used to just go get full plates full of... He would get a plate, and he would fill it with, like, chicken strips.
Yeah.
And he would get, like, a plate, and he would fill it with, like, French fries.
Right.
And then he would... Because he had a real weird diet.
Yeah.
And then he would eat, like, a plate of mashed potatoes, and then that would be it. And
Wow.
nothing can touch.
He had irregular eliminations, I would imagine.
I imagine he probably had some irregular eliminations. Absolutely.
Yeah, buffets are gross.
Yeah, buffets are gross
honestly.
now. As a kid, though, man.
There is a Chinese buffet around here, and a lot of them are
Palace?
A lot of them are the same. I'm not gonna say which one.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of them are the same.
I'll say Summer Palace.
And they have the weirdest stuff on there. Like it'll be crab rangoon right next to chicken livers, or
you'll have like spaghetti, and then you'll have like oysters. Yeah, right.
So
next to it.
weird.
Yeah, well, that I guess that's
the last one I went to had frog legs too.
Well, that's mostly just for the Chinese, I guess, or Asian theme, not Chinese. I guess it's whatever Asian theme they are.
Yeah.
That generally they have the American side.
Yeah.
And you'll go over there and it's like chicken. Spaghetti.
The one I'm thinking
Alfredo
of,
or something.
The one I'm thinking of, they used to be like all the foods were divided like that. Like they had like an American section and this. Now it's just like anything goes. It's like I don't know if they had some.
Oh, does it rhyme with Laotian?
No, it's not that one.
It's not that one.
No, but that's a good guess because that one's nuts.
That one's wild in there too.
We have a buffet place here in town that was closed down for human trafficking at one point.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to make light of human trafficking.
Yeah, we're not making light of human trafficking, but it was just wild that this place
so
still is
weird.
in operation.
Yeah. Well, it's new place now.
But it's still got the same
a big
everything.
buffet.
If you walk in, it's the same.
Really?
Everything they did, all they did was shift ownership. And it's probably...
It was just so weird. It just like came out of nowhere.
Is I bet you the ownership, when it shifted inside the same family.
Probably. Yeah.
And it just shifted down to somebody else.
It was Vegas before, right?
It was Vegas.
Vegas
yeah.
buffet.
It was Vegas before.
Which is
Did it
nuts.
get busted? I think that's what it got busted underneath was Vegas, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way,
We're
human
not-
trafficking is terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. But it was just so weird to me that a buffet place got busted for that.
Yeah, they
holy
were
crap.
using exploited labor to cook
Yeah.
crab rangoons.
Well,
I
apparently,
mean, it's sad, but it's
Yeah.
just it's so surreal to think that these people help these people smuggle in from Asia into the United States just to work at their shitty buffet.
apparently at one point they were like passing notes to people that say "help me" and stuff.
Yeah, that's what got
That's
them
how
busted.
they got busted.
Is they were
yeah.
slipping notes
Isn't
to their
that nuts?
customers and shit.
Crazy.
Like, no, well, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like using labor exploitatively
Yeah.
is wrong.
Yeah.
But to use it in such a I don't know. To me, it's just such a weird thing to do to smuggle people into a country to work at a shitty buffet.
Absolutely.
Like
It's really odd.
It's one thing to pay for cheap labor in a foreign country,
Sure.
and
Sure.
have all your company off in a different country that you have no contact with and don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But the fact that you smuggle them over here just to cook crappy food in large quantities for people to come and gorge on.
And we are
It's
not
crazy.
And we are not saying that Goober Smooches did that.
I'm not saying that Goober Smooches was involved in any human trafficking,
That's right.
but I'm not saying they weren't.
That's true
either.
too. We do not know.
Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny Goober Smooch's involvement in the smuggling of
People.
illegal immigrants.
All right. So what's your next one?
My next one is a funny one. Well, I thought it was funny, but it's United Dairy Milk Conglomerate.
Oh, that's
which
the one
is the
that
big industrial dairy farm where it's called Square Peg.
Cotton.
And it's where Cotton takes Hank out to the dairy farm to see the cows shagging.
watch the cows do
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and yeah, I thought that was funny. I like the very industrial
Say it again.
commercial, the United Dairy Milk Conglomerate.
That's lovely.
If you're not getting your milk and cheese from us, we're coming and bringing it to you anyway.
UDMC.
Yeah, they have armed guards that deliver like by force.
Cheeses.
They have like a square on their
Yeah.
phone, and they have
Yeah.
like by gun. They're like debit card. Is that going to be credit or debit?
It's always debit.
It's always debit.
Yeah, because the money gets there faster. All right, here is my. You've got one more, right?
I have one more, and you have one more, right?
Go ahead and do your last one because I think this one that I have
Is a good
kind
one?
of yeah.
Okay, so I picked one called Bazooms.
Bazooms.
So Bazooms, of course, is a tongue-in-cheek joke on
breastises.
breastises and Hooters.
All right.
So the episode that this appears in is called Cops and Robert, and this is where Dale gets a job there to be able to sue the restaurant for gender discrimination. So he only gets a job there just to be able to sue for gender discrimination for employment.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
I thought that was a pretty funny episode.
Bazooms, huh?
Yeah, Bazooms. So I picked it too because we've had a couple of interactions on social media with the Hooters social media.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The official Hooters.
Hey,
social
Hooters,
media.
if you're listening, hit us up.
I like wings.
I do like wings. Hooters wings are different than everybody else's too because they're breaded.
Is that why? Is that
They're-
why?
they're
Is that why
breaded?
everybody goes to Hooters for breaded wings?
That's it.
There you
That's what they
You
go
heard it here
for. Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Is the beer cold there though? Do they have
I think it is. I don't know.
frosty beverages?
Maybe. I
Yeah.
doubt very seriously you're gonna have a problem getting a beer at Hooters.
No, they should serve beer.
I think they serve quite a bit of beer. Yeah. All right, last one, and this will wrap us up.
Okay, what you got?
King of all of them, Megalomart.
Megalomart. And that's crazy that you mentioned Megalomart because
And that is 3 words.
isn't that the next episode that we do?
Probably.
What was our last episode? 21?
21. Yeah.
Oh, we're about to be on the last episode.
Yeah, we are.
For the season.
For season 2, yeah.
I almost was. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So we have jam-packed a lot of episodes in.
yeah, we've done a lot. I'm
So-
glad that y'all have stuck around this long.
Megalomart, again, 3 words, is a department store in King of the Hill. It shares many qualities of Walmart, of which it is a parody. Its spokesperson is Chuck Mangione, and we spoke of Chuck last Friday. It says he's a flugelhorn player, which is the funniest instrument. It was believed that Megalomart had a rat problem until Dale Gribble was hired to exterminate the rats. He discovered that Chuck Mangione was a real culprit, having fed off of the products at the store, as depicted in Season 2 cliffhanger finale. The presence of the Arlen Megalomart has a disastrous effect on local small businesses such as Strickland Propane and Layaway Ray's Bait and Tackle. Layaway Ray's, that's the one where he just burns the place down.
Yeah, he pours gasoline all over there while Hank's trying to buy some tackle, and he's just sitting there just dumping gas everywhere.
So what is not funny about Megalomart is their comparison to Walmart. Walmart, biggest retailer in the country, maybe the world. It kills off small business, and that is no joke right there. That really does happen.
Yeah.
Years ago, it used to be the Walmart would go into these small towns, eliminate all the small business, and then they would say, "Oh, there's not enough business," so they would close down
Because they weren't generating enough money from that particular store after shutting everything in the store down.
and then the whole town would die
Yeah.
because of that, because there was nothing left.
You know, it was real bad in Appalachia. There was
Yeah, I
actually a
can see that.
documentary I watched about West Virginia, because when they put those businesses up, like the community comes to rely on that economically.
Absolutely.
Like for jobs,
Sure.
because they bring in hundreds of jobs.
Yeah.
So they come in and they destabilize by removing all the small businesses that everybody would have worked at
like your
otherwise.
your small hardware stores,
Yeah, your mom and pop grocers,
Yeah, mhm.
and they killed supply chains too for all these
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Because they went in and put contracts so low for suppliers.
Yeah, nobody
that
else could
nobody
compete.
wanted to compete with them.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go like, oh well, we don't want to do that. You know,
And
so,
that kind of happens with Strickland Propane,
yeah.
you
in
know,
a sense
because they
too.
squeeze it out. Yeah.
They squeeze it out. They squeeze it down to the lowest dollar to get
Mm.
as much business as they can.
But what are you going to do? I mean, where else are you going to shop at that point? I mean, I understand they've squeezed everything out and they've done all
It
this
is. You
stuff,
have nowhere
but
else
it's
to
like
shop.
You
and
have
that's,
nowhere else to shop.
And that's why we shop at Walmart, because we have nowhere else to shop.
Yeah, like-
for certain things anyway.
I think about the fact that
or,
there's
or people have switched now to, they think it's better, but it's not. It's probably worse.
think
They
about the
ordered
fact
off of Amazon
that
now.
we used to have toy stores. We used to have,
Toy stores aren't dead, Mike.
toy stores don't exist, dude.
Not here.
Where?
You got to go to big towns, Mike. You got to go to like New York. You got to go to Dallas. You got to go huge cities.
You go
There's
to
still
New
toy
York,
stores.
there used to be a Toys R Us in Times Square. It's not there anymore.
No, but they still have that old that one
FAO Schwartz?
whatever it's called.
It's shut down.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
The
what I'm
one that's
saying.
in Home Alone. That
Yeah.
one. I didn't know that shut down.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's in that,
that.
and it's in Big, right?
Yeah, it's in Big.
Where he's dancing on the piano.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that shut down.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
They
guess so.
have really started eliminating different
But-
parts of our society.
But it's just the thing that's destroying those parts of the society is not just like big box retails, because they survived
It's just Walmart.
alongside
That's
big
it.
box retails. Now it's the internet.
It's just Walmart.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Amazon is
I know.
really
I get it.
really the nail in the coffin for brick
Yeah.
and mortar.
Yeah.
And once
Well-
they continue to expand like they do, it's just really going to shut
I mean,
down everything.
I'd rather.
drone deliveries.
I'd rather-
Come on, if you could get something delivered within 3 hours that you needed within
Oh,
5
I
hours,
understand. I
and you
get
hit
it.
that button and it's there. You know, what I mean, it's just that's
But what do you
human
need?
nature.
What do you need within 3 hours? What do you need?
A lamp projector bulb. You might need a lamp projector bulb in 3 hours, Mike. You never know.
That's true. I guess you could. that is very much an inside joke, but yes, you could. You could
Yeah, you
use a
could.
lamp projector bulb.
You could.
All right. Well, I think that does us for our Friday
that was a good
episode.
one.
I really enjoyed that. We're going to keep doing the small businesses. We'll keep doing the minor characters and some of that stuff that you guys seem to enjoy on Fridays.
Until we run out.
If you have any suggestions of anything you'd like for us to cover on these Fridays, we're happy to take them. You can reach us where?
You could find us at Twitter, which we're live right now on Twitter Spaces.
Neat.
Shout out to Artie. He's watching us right
What's
now.
up, Artie?
And shout out to everybody else that jumped in and out. We had a few people, Third Eye. Shout out
Yeah.
to Third Eye.
Cool.
He popped in. So shout out to everybody else.
They.
But it is BWAAAKOTH.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Wow.
And I appreciate everybody. I know that I haven't been as active as I usually am, but I'm still there.
Have you done the Be Real?
I have, but I don't know. I haven't figured out how that would work in a.
I don't think it'll work for us. No, I don't think it works for this kind of stuff.
I think it does, and I think you can.
Well, it's going to be commercialized no matter what. I mean,
because there's going to be. It's just like with TikTok nowadays. If you do 5 TikToks a day and you have a product that you want to sell, right?
Yeah.
You say you get a bunch of samples from China for 5 products.
Right, sure.
You make a TikTok every day for those 5 products. You find out which one does the best out of those 5 products. Boom, that's the product you sell, and that's the product you generate content for, and you make videos for it, and you push it and push it and push it. It's this new TikTok marketing thing. It's a new way of marketing, and that's what Be Real is the next step in that, but TikTok's going to probably absorb them. TikTok already has a feature that is similar. They've now copied Be Real and added a feature of their own
using
that
both
is similar.
Cameras.
Where it does both cameras. So now there's a TikTok feature.
That is
so
cool,
what'll end
though.
up happening is Be Real now has to compete with TikTok. TikTok already has the base.
Yeah.
Well, if they have better technology for that, they'll probably get bought by TikTok.
Normally that kind of stuff works, but like Facebook tried to copy a lot of that stuff and none of it worked.
None of it worked.
Yeah.
It's all about application though, so it's just like the same thing where.
Well, the other thing they don't build into these things is kids don't want to be part of the big pieces. They want to do their own thing, and that's why this Be Real thing I think has exploded. But it'll be the same thing as TikTok, and
everything else gets
totally
absorbed.
commercialized.
Yeah,
at
everything
this
gets
point.
commercialized and
Yeah.
absorbed.
Yeah.
It'll be Real now. In 2 years, it'll be absorbed.
Screw
and the
you,
name will change.
Megalomart.
Yeah, Megalomart. Damn you. It'll be something else, in a couple of years, because everything has a name. It ends up changing.
Sure.
Like how Facebook is trying to get away from all the congressional hearings and stuff that they had to have about privacy and all
other
that.
thing, yeah.
And they switched their name to Meta to try to step away from, kind of distance themselves. And it's slow. That's what they do. It's what every ugly company has done in the history of man. You go back and you look at the United Fruit Company, Chiquita. They changed their name to be more friendly to the ears for a region of people.
Chiquita banana. We gotta talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
But for this one, we're signing off. You can catch us at roguemedianetwork.com or
BWAAKOTH on all social media.
There you go. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bwaaa. Wimatanye.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.